day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself.
Today on EA Sports, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Out of the gun now on third down. This is Johnson, he's got it. And all the way down to the 39. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 42 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on their perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 16-yard line.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. and fro. There to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field.
They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
19-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they're playing a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And he's He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
31-yard line.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Kenyon Drake taking it in. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Dalvin Cook. Incomplete.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. A pretty wild 1st quarter, 21-7, our score.
7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, and that will be incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. first down past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And he knocks it through. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come and play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Cook on the carry.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The run into gain is the 33 on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches,
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They start the drive with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down trots out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Moore brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Run for Pollard. Nifty move. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Herbert. And he was
was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
It's good. Makes the score.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately starts out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return.
Holding, receiving team. Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our job.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Tight down. There you go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
To throw again. Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Why are we doing this?
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, as time expires in the first half. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Number 34.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Pollard. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead.
Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 11. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained. Trying
to run for it with Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the Vikings' 34-yard line.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The throw taken in by Sims. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give here to Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
With 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosen to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10. At their own 20.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
33, Dalvin.
He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He is good. Makes the score Eagles 52. Vikings 10.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
To return, here's Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they have made this look easy. And there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Here's Pollard again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10. That's a 43-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
13-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
59, Mike, check, 59.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They snap it to Herbert. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
The Vikings now heading onto the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to sling this. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.